2026 Suzuki Intruder M1800R. What if Suzuki suddenly unleashed the most intimidating muscle cruiser the motorcycle world has been waiting for? Imagine hearing the deep thunder of a gigantic V-twin long before you even see it. Then, out of the shadows appears a machine so aggressive, so muscular, and so unbelievably powerful that every rider instantly turns their head. This is the rumored 2026 Suzuki Intruder M1800R, a motorcycle that could completely rewrite the rules of Japanese muscle cruisers. While Harley-Davidson and Indian continue battling for dominance, Suzuki may be preparing something nobody expected. Bigger attitude, sharper styling, more technology, and enough torque to make every twist of the throttle feel like a rocket launch. But is this simply another internet fantasy, or could Suzuki really revive one of its most legendary motorcycles? In today's video, we're diving deep into everything enthusiasts are hoping for. From brutal V-twin performance and aggressive new styling, to premium technology, highway comfort, and the unmistakable character that made the original Intruder an icon. Stay until the very end, because what this motorcycle could offer might completely change your opinion about who builds the ultimate power cruiser. The heart of every Intruder has always been its enormous engine, and that's exactly where this story begins. The original M1800R earned worldwide respect thanks to its massive 1,783cc liquid-cooled V-twin, producing incredible torque and one of the most unforgettable exhaust notes in the cruiser world. Suzuki originally engineered it as a high-performance muscle cruiser with sport bike-inspired chassis technology, making it stand apart from traditional cruisers. If Suzuki were to revive the Intruder for 2026, enthusiasts expect the legendary engine to return with modern fuel injection mapping, smoother throttle response, cleaner emissions, and stronger low-end acceleration. Imagine rolling on the throttle at just 2,000 RPM and feeling endless torque pulling you toward the horizon. Instead of chasing high horsepower numbers, this motorcycle would dominate with pure mechanical force. Every gear change would feel effortless. Every highway merge would become addictive. Every traffic light would become an excuse to hear that thunderous V-twin roar once again. It's exactly this raw mechanical personality that made the Intruder unforgettable, and exactly why riders continue asking Suzuki to bring it back. Even parked, the Intruder never looked ordinary. It looked like a heavyweight champion ready for battle. The incredibly long wheelbase, stretched fuel tank, low-slung seat, inverted forks, oversized front end, and gigantic 240-section rear tire created a motorcycle unlike anything else from Japan. It wasn't trying to imitate American cruisers, it created its own identity. Now imagine that unmistakable silhouette, redesigned for 2026. Sharper LED lighting, sculpted body panels, a darker finish, premium paint, modern digital instrumentation, and cleaner aerodynamic lines could transform the Intruder into an even more intimidating machine. Every angle would scream confidence. Every chrome detail or blacked-out component would enhance its muscular stance. Riders wouldn't simply own this motorcycle. They'd make a statement every time they parked it. Whether sitting outside a cafe, lined up at a bike night, or cruising through downtown streets, people would immediately recognize it as something different. That's the true power of legendary motorcycle design. It remains unforgettable years after its introduction. Here's what surprises almost everyone who rides an Intruder for the first time. Despite weighing well over 300 kilograms, it doesn't feel sluggish. Twist the throttle, and the giant V-twin instantly transforms into a freight train of acceleration. Massive torque arrives almost immediately, pushing both rider and motorcycle forward with astonishing authority. The original model became famous because it delivered sport bike-inspired excitement inside a heavyweight cruiser package. A modern 2026 version could improve that experience even further. Refined throttle mapping, traction control, updated engine management, ride-by-wire technology, and selectable riding modes could make all that power more accessible without sacrificing excitement. Imagine confidently rolling onto an open highway, feeling the rear tire dig into the pavement as the engine delivers wave after wave of relentless acceleration. This wouldn't simply be transportation, it would become an emotional experience every single time you start the engine. Few motorcycles manage to combine brute strength with smooth highway manners, but that's exactly where the Intruder earned its legendary reputation. Long-distance cruising has always been one of the Intruder's greatest strengths. Thanks to its relaxed riding position, low seat height, stable chassis, and powerful V-twin, countless owners discovered that this wasn't just a boulevard cruiser, it was also a highway machine built for endless miles. Once cruising speed was reached, the engine barely seemed to work, delivering smooth, effortless power while producing that unmistakable deep exhaust rhythm. If Suzuki modernized the motorcycle today, riders would likely hope for cruise control, heated grips, improved suspension tuning, USB charging, smartphone connectivity, and perhaps even navigation integration. These additions wouldn't change the motorcycle's personality, they would simply make every journey more enjoyable. Imagine crossing multiple states without fatigue while your favorite playlist accompanies the rhythmic heartbeat of that enormous V-twin. That's the kind of motorcycle people remember for years after ownership. It's not just about specifications, it's about unforgettable experiences on the open road. Today's premium cruiser market demands more than raw power. Riders now expect technology that improves safety, convenience, and confidence without removing the emotional connection between rider and machine. That's exactly where a hypothetical 2026 Intruder could become even more impressive. Picture a full-color TFT display replacing older analog instrumentation while preserving the classic cruiser aesthetic. Cornering ABS, lean-sensitive traction control, selectable power modes, tire pressure monitoring, keyless ignition, LED adaptive lighting, and Bluetooth connectivity could transform the riding experience without making the motorcycle feel overly complicated. Instead of distracting riders with unnecessary gadgets, every feature would serve one purpose, helping them enjoy the ride even more. Suzuki has already demonstrated its engineering expertise across multiple motorcycle categories, so integrating modern electronics into a revived Intruder would feel like a natural evolution, rather than a radical departure. Traditional soul combined with contemporary innovation could become exactly what muscle cruiser fans have been waiting for. Ask almost any Intruder owner what they remember most, and many will answer with one word: the sound. That massive V-twin never whispered, it growled, it thundered. It announced its arrival long before the motorcycle appeared around the corner. Even at idle, the engine produced a deep mechanical rhythm that instantly distinguished it from ordinary cruisers. Imagine Suzuki carefully tuning a modern exhaust system that satisfies today's regulations while preserving that legendary heartbeat. Riders don't simply buy motorcycles because they're fast. They buy them because they make them feel something. Every startup becomes a ceremony. Every tunnel becomes an opportunity. Every downshift becomes a reason to smile inside your helmet. The emotional connection between rider and machine begins with sound, and few motorcycles have ever mastered that experience as completely as the Intruder. A successful 2026 revival wouldn't just need impressive performance numbers, it would need to deliver the same unforgettable soundtrack that made the original such an icon among muscle cruiser enthusiasts. Motorcycle trends come and go, but truly iconic motorcycles never disappear from people's memories. Even years after production slowed in many markets, the Intruder continued attracting riders who wanted something different from traditional V-twin cruisers. Instead of copying competitors, Suzuki created a motorcycle with its own unmistakable identity. A 2026 revival could once again appeal to riders searching for individuality. While many motorcycles focus on retro nostalgia or aggressive touring capabilities, the Intruder could return as the ultimate expression of Japanese muscle. Massive proportions, unmistakable styling, modern reliability, and extraordinary road presence would make it impossible to ignore. Whether customized with aftermarket exhausts, upgraded wheels, or premium paint, every Intruder would reflect its owner's personality. That's exactly why enthusiasts continue discussing this motorcycle years after its introduction. Some motorcycles are purchased because they're practical. Others are purchased because they're unforgettable. This is perhaps the biggest question of all. If Suzuki truly revived the Intruder M1800R for 2026, could it seriously challenge heavyweight cruisers from Harley-Davidson and Indian? The answer depends on far more than engine size alone. Modern buyers want reliability, comfort, technology, aggressive styling, reasonable ownership costs, and exceptional performance, all wrapped into one complete package. Historically, the Intruder earned respect because it offered something genuinely unique. Its combination of enormous V-twin performance, sport-inspired engineering, shaft drive durability, and unmistakable styling created a loyal global following. A carefully modernized version could once again become one of the most exciting alternatives in the premium cruiser segment. It wouldn't need to copy anyone else. It would simply need to remain true to the qualities that originally made it legendary: confidence, muscle, and unforgettable character. That formula worked before, and it could work again. Whether Suzuki officially brings back the Intruder M1800R or not, one thing remains absolutely certain: its legend refuses to fade away. More than just another cruiser, the Intruder became a symbol of Japanese engineering pushing beyond conventional expectations. It proved that a muscle cruiser could combine breathtaking performance, head-turning design, and everyday rideability into one unforgettable machine. If Suzuki ever decides to write the next chapter, enthusiasts around the world will be watching closely. But now we want to hear from you. Would you buy a brand new 2026 Suzuki Intruder M1800R if it arrived with updated styling, advanced technology, and that legendary V-twin spirit? Or would you still choose Harley-Davidson Indian or another heavyweight cruiser instead? Let us know in the comments below, because your opinion might surprise the entire motorcycle community. If you enjoyed today's deep dive into one of the greatest muscle cruisers ever imagined, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest motorcycle reveals, comparisons, and future legends. Until next time, ride safe, ride free, and we'll see you in the next adventure.